Hello, bookish friends. Welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures, and it is day 15 of Bookmas, and we have our November book haul, part 2. And for part 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I have some sequels, but I'm going to save those for the end of the video because I have not read the first book, well, I am in the middle of one of the first books as an audio, but save that for later. So, one of one of my highly anticipated books of the year has come, The Seventh Champion by Sylvia Mercedes. She's the kingdom's only hope. He's the assassin sworn to kill her. This book feels like silk when I touch the cover. To me, it just feels so like silky and soft. And the other book that's in that stack over there that I'm going to read next feels as nice as well. Swept from her quiet life as an apothecary's apprentice to the treacherous court of the High King, Rosie Harpwood is shocked to discover she is the long lost daughter of the demonic Dragon Queen. Reawakening her dormant magic is the kingdom's only hope for salvation, but the journey is perilous. I'm skipping over any word I'm mixed up. She'll need a champion to guide her, so the High King hosts a series of trials to determine which prince is worthy of the honor and of claiming Rosie's hand in marriage. However, has other ideas. A talented healer and a lover of small, fluffy creatures, Rosie wants nothing to do with the demon queens or saving the world. Determined to escape this fate, she joins forces with one of the champions to plot her gateway. Prince Baltar may be an I've said this word correctly. Aromatic. I'm assuming I'm saying that correctly. I have no idea. And a little bit terrifying, but something about him makes her blood boil or her blood burn in ways that has nothing to do with her dragon heritage. Trained from the youth to serve the Dragon Queen, Baltar has proven himself as a ruthless assassin. Posing as a suitor only to get close enough to his target shouldn't be a problem. But Baltar wasn't planning on his target being Rosie, the girl he failed to assassinate years ago, who's haunted his dreams ever since. And that cover, Ace, I will have to say I did a video for Bookmas. I can't remember. I think it's later, where I talk about a publishing house. I will have to say Ace from the video that you'll see later this month. Ace has also been another company that I have bought a lot of majority of my books this year. So I'm just saying Ace. Okay, let's say I'm not going to say the top one because I did a video for it, but Ace, and then we also have Bloom, because Bloom has done a lot of special editions with sprayed edges where they've picked up indies and republished them traditionally, and they've been doing fantastic as well. So we have The Gilded Abyss by Rebecca Thorne, and it's volume 1. Do you realize what's about to happen on this ship, soldier? Cassandra's voice was dark, deadly, serious as she whispers, "Anarchy." Sergeant Nix Marr is a damn good soldier, but she's desperate to leave her haunted past in the bioluminescent ocean, buried alongside her friends and old flames. Unfortunately, even the Icy Queen can't extinguish some fires. When Cassandra's everyone's favorite princess and Nick's Lotham ex requests Nick's help investigating a massacre in the abyssal city of Fall, Nick refuses vehemently, but Cassandra always gets what she wants. Assigned as Cassandra's bodyguard, Nyx grudgingly boards a luxurious submergible, some submergible that offers the only transport. Oh, it's like a submarine to fall. It's frustrating, irritating how quickly Nyx and Cass fall back into sync, much as she tries to fight it. Nyx can't deny their spark, but Cassandra wasn't truthful. Surprise, surprise. And Nick quickly realizes their investigation isn't about the massacre. About the massacre. Massacre. I don't know why my dyslexia is just every haul video this year. Or rather, what caused it, an illness that incites its victims to into a violent craze. When another royal is brutally murdered, it becomes apparent the disease has spread, and no one on the submiserable, I'm just going to say sub, is safe. Suddenly, survival hinges on trusting each other, which would be a hell of a lot easier if Cassandra didn't keep lying. Injured and fighting for their lives, Nick has decided if she can trust Cassandra again, what she'll lose this time if she does. Silk. This tour did absolutely like the cover. This feels like silk. And I kind of really, really, really want to read those two books like badly. Funny thing about this book, I ordered a book box of it. Check that I had a link on Amazon. This came signed. I have not put the book plate because I'm more worried if I put the book plate in, I damage the book. So we have One Thrown in the Dark by A.K. I'm not saying the last name. I did pre-order the special edition for the sequel or companion just on Amazon. His dark destiny awaits, and nothing will stand in his way except her. Dark Lord, demon spawns, prophesies realm destroyer. With a demon for a father, Damon, it's like Maleficent, but it's Maleficent? Malphas Bloodthorn. This destiny couldn't be nothing but nefarious, and with the completion of his most vicious spell, Damon is on the cusp of fulfilling the evil incarnate. All of his dark manifestations has led to, and then her, bubbly, obnoxious, blonde, harboring secrets of her own, a tiny yet troublesome thief calling herself Amana, kind of like the Game of Thrones Amena, the king's wife in the House of the Dragon, completely upsets Damon's malevolent plans when she mistakenly gets chained to his side through magic, forcing him to drag her across the realm. Killing her would fix things, of course, but the nauseating sweet Amena proves herself useful on Damon's unholy crusade, and then proves herself the source of something even more sinister. Feelings. Will Damon be forced to abandon his villainous birthright to help tender thorn in his side? Or will he manage to overcome the virtue Amana insist on inspiring, instead cut it at the heart? Doesn't that sound so good? And I don't know if book 2 is a sequel, but I have to say, good job. And the publishing house for that one, Source Books. I It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I purchased a lot of books from Source Books. So I know in the last book haul that was on day 5, I talked about uh, an independent bookshop I've been buying online. It's called Squibbler Books. I'm hoping I say that right. During this time with SNAP benefits and everything that has gone on, if you purchase something from their shop, they have don't like they have specific links, pre-orders, whatever funds they can get, they have donated to food pantries, and I'm happy to support. And I love I love watching them pack orders, her and her husband. I got a good deal on two books that are sitting right there, but like I have a couple books right here and one's still currently on the way to me, but the two books like on the bottom of the stack came with a I forgot to grab it, but it came with a dragon. And just I'll link them down in the description. So this is a novella, and yes, I was too lazy to take them out of the plastic. Oh well. I don't really know what it's about, and I'm not going to look up the description because of how little it is. But it says, "This guy sure looks like plant food to me" by Santa Knox, international bestseller. I've given her sunshine. I've given her blood. She's giving me much more than I've deserved. I'm begging her sweetly. I'm down on my knees. Oh, please kill for me. I'm assuming it's this chick, but I would like the reverse, and if it's the girl with pink hair, impressed. Now, because of the first bundle I purchased, I got a free novella. So we have Salt in the Wound by Sierra Simone. The way he said wife sent sent a hot electric thrill racing down my spine. He said it like it was personal. It was a personal fantasy of his, the filthiest pleasure he could imagine. I was 17 when I met the devil. I was 18 when I was told I was have to marry him. Now I'm 22. And it's time to pay the devil his due. I kind of like that though, that it was more consensual. Not consensual, but it was waiting more towards she's aged up. But this one from Sierra Simone, I did purchase. The Fae Queen's Captive. You know what? I have not read anything in November. I'm going to be honest. Like, I've read nothing. I'm going to probably read these novellas to just have something to talk about in my November wrap up. I'm not kidding. I need something. So we have The Fae Queen's Captive, Sierra Simone. Save some of your screams for the queen. There's a good girl. Janeth Carter has given up on magic these days. She's done being curious, insatiable, dreamy. She just wants to finish her graduate degree and spend the rest of her life as a sensible archaeologist. So the last thing she expects when she goes to a dig site on Halloween night is three mysterious strangers standing outside an ancient Scottish grave. Of course it's a grave. Okay, well, the actual last thing she expects is from the strangers to kidnap her and drag her into fairyland. Once in a vivid, carnal world of fairy, Janeth is at the mercy of the cold, lovely, and incredible, cruel stag queen, desperate to get home to her own world. I don't know why my glasses always slide down, and the other pair does it too. She offers the queen a bargain. She'll be a willing captive, the queen's pet, so long as the queen promises to keep her safe until Janeth leaves the fairy. But a fae promises are complicated things, and nothing in fairy, even pleasure and even love, comes without a price. Perfect. All right. This one you will probably see for bookmas. I was going to use it as maybe a dark romance, but it's not. So it is a republished novella, not novella, but novel, Snowed In by Navissa Allen, and she is the one who wrote the dark romance series with the masks. The first one with the masked dude. I haven't read 2 or 3, even though I own them for Kindle. But I think it's interesting to see there might be dark themes in this, but it might be perfect for one of the cozy Christmas vlogs. Ella Jones knows what to expect from the long, hard winters in the northern reaches of Maine. Mostly boredom or monotony, broken up with a bit of skiing or quality time spent with her family, which leaves her utterly unprepared for the arrival of Benjamin Kakoa, an ex football star turned advocate in need of a break from fame and notoriety. For Ella, it's a crush at first, but with a rocky past and an uncertain future, Ben's walls are tougher to tear down than she could ever imagine. And once they fall, Ella and Ben will have to come to terms with the potentially tragic reality of their love. Snowden, trapped in a cabin, I'm assuming snowstorm, holiday season, perfect for bookmas. This one wasn't planning to buy any more books from the shop. I was event next year, but like I have a lot of pre-orders coming in. This is the one that came, a bunch of book art signed, and with a book dragon. So I'm gonna read book one and show you book two. They're heavy. We have Wings Like Scars Like Wings, the Crystal Dragon Duet, book one by Chasely J. Leon. Look at the sprayed edges. Well, I'm really highly impressed with the tones, but look, it's a sapphic romance between a fair and a dragon. The artwork, you should. I other like I'm wrong. It's not the most artwork because I just received a book box for one of the books in the sequel, and I got booklays that you have to put in the book. Extremely spicy book art as well. But we have, when I was little, my mom would tell me, it tell it to me like a fairy tale, story that couldn't be real. Little did I know how real the monsters were. And I'm not only talking about dragons. When her mother was murdered, Bird Pierce's world shattered. She lost so much, so young, and she feared she'd never be able to recover years later. Bird had not only picked up the pieces, but also has mended them with gold. She has a job at Living Magical Library, a witch and a mermaid for best friends, and a closet with clothing that not only flatter her plus size body, but also make her look hot AF. When Quinn Garcia literally falls head over heels for her, Bird thinks she's finally found her okay at least. But when Quinn compliments at a back tattoo she only can see, she doesn't actually have at that, everything shifts. While trying to research the mysterious tattoo, Bird finds a book that only she can open, containing a single sentence written in her mother's handwriting. Are you ready to know the truth, baby bird? Suddenly, the mystery surface threatens to drown Bird. Nothing from her friends to her past to Quinn is what they have always seemed. The further she dives, however, the more one solitary idea becomes clear. Her mother did everything to keep her safe, but at a cost. And that's heavy. I'm gonna have to loosen the bindings, but wow. And here's book two. So pretty. Honestly, those two and Alchemize, definitely. I don't want to throw these ones. Alchemize, I haven't read yet, but it's a 1,000-page book that I might just repurchase Kindle and read it on Kindle. But I have a physical copy. If an intruder came into this house, I would beat them to death with Alchemized. So here are this is a companion, but it's in a series, and I don't want to read the description in case I get spoiled for book one. And then after I read book one, if I read it and find out that it doesn't spoil it, I'll read it in a vlog. Your Knife, My Heart by K.M. Morgan. Or More Nova. This one is I don't know. I read the description for the first one a couple months ago. I believe it is a sequel, but it's by Bloom. So, and then we have the last one, Broken Shadows by C.M. Hutton and Rebecca Garcia. This is a sequel and it is a Kickstarter, so this edition isn't really open unless they open another Kickstarter. And I waited a long time to receive book two, and it was worth the wait. I am currently reading Corrupt Shadows and brilliant masterpiece, but I'm listening to it audibly, full cast narration. Amazing. So that is it for Bookmas Day 15. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts and which one should I read first. I will see you tomorrow, and hopefully your December is going good.